How do you know which one is bank 1 and which one is bank 2? This is a very good question, and I'm going to be using this Land Cruiser with the VD V8 engine so that we can be able to know how you can tell which one is bank 1 and which one is bank 2. So obviously, whenever you're doing a vehicle diagnosis, some of the errors that come up will tell you that there's a sensor that's not working on bank 1 and bank 2, and sometimes it's difficult to figure out which side is the bank that you're looking for. So first of all, let's start by defining what a bank is. And basically, a bank is a row of cylinders, and on a V8 like this one, you get two banks, one bank on this side, one bank on that side, and that's basically the two rows of cylinders. So you have four cylinders this side, you have four cylinders on this other side. So when you see the word bank, all you're talking about is the row of cylinders. So when it comes to inline engines, the general rule of thumb was that there's always just one bank, and especially for four-cylinder engines, you just get one bank, which is all four cylinders in the same row. But when it comes to some inline six-cylinder engines, you find that they might have their exhausts split up. So you have 1, 2, and 3 on the same exhaust, and then you've got 4, 5, and 6 on a different exhaust. And you might find that they have different oxygen sensors running across those two, and you will get error codes on some cars that will say bank 1 and 2. So in general, for an inline engine, you will get just one bank, but in some cases like that, maybe just for the oxygen sensors, you will get bank 1 and 2, and that's just because they would have split those three cylinders into those types of segments. But on a V engine like this one, if it says, for example, oxygen sensor on bank 2, how do you know which side is bank 1 and which side is bank 2? If you have access to a user manual for your engine, it will be able to tell you which side is bank 1 and which side is bank 2. But if you don't have access to a user manual, one of the easy ways that you can go ahead and find out which side your bank is pulling out a sensor that you know is working. And when you see the error code pop up on your scan tool or your diagnosis machine, then you'll be able to know which bank it is. So, for example, this car only has one mass airflow sensor because it uses the same intake to feed all 8 cylinders on the engine. But some engines will come with two intakes. If you have an intake on this side and an intake on that side, what you can do is you can pull out the mass airflow sensor connection, and then when you scan it on your diagnosis machine, obviously to tell you that your mass airflow sensor is disconnected or there's a break in the circuit, and it will say which bank it is. So if it says bank 1, it could be on this side, the one that you pulled out, then you know that your bank 1 is on this side. If it says bank 2, then you know that it could be on the other side that you pulled out that sensor. So you can do that for oxygen sensor, even a map sensor as well. That's just an easy way for you to determine which side of the bank you are looking at. The other way you can know is just by following some of the principles, which at this point anyway, every manufacturer kind of uses different sides, but it's always the side where cylinder 1 is found. So cylinder 1 is normally the cylinder that is closest to the front of the engine, and the front of the engine is where your crankshaft pulleys and your serpentine belts run, and then where your gearbox connects, that's the rear of the engine. So for example, in an inline engine, it's always going to be cylinder 1 is always going to be the one that's closest to where the serpentine belt is, or the crank pulley that's at the front. Now, I just wanted to emphasize that it is manufacturer specific. There are some engines like the N54 that I showed you guys earlier that will say bank 1, and bank 1 is actually the cylinder that's at the back of the engine, which is closest to the gearbox. So it's better to just check your user manual or use the test that I said to be able to know exactly which bank it is. So on a V engine like this one, it's still going to be the cylinder that is closest to the front, but it's difficult to know. For example, when you're looking at an engine like this, you can't really tell which cylinder is sitting closest to the front. So the other method of pulling out a sensor that you know is working and checking on the scan tool is pretty much the easiest way to know which bank it is. So there you have it, guys. That's just a quick video to help you know which bank is which when you go ahead and do a diagnosis on your car. I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, leave a like, and also remember to share and follow for more content like this.